How we doing, guys? This is Dan Timmons with Expedition Recovery. It is a beautiful Sunday, November 3rd morning, and this is actually my second video, and I hope you check out the first one. I hope you hit that like and subscribe button so you can stay up to date with the videos that I post. Um, this is our expedition. The group of us, we all have our individual battles and struggles and things that we're dealing with, but we're all in this together. One thing that I didn't mention on my last video is I've never really kept track of um, my sobriety days, if you will, uh, and kept that going because, in my struggle, I would always do well for a little bit and then find an excuse or whatnot to go ahead and trip and fall and use again. So, uh, counting those days is going to be something that I'm going to start doing with you guys on these videos. Um, I have a lot more than 3 days, but for the purposes of the videos, I'm gonna count this as expedition day number three, um, since this is the third day. And I wanted to talk to you just about a couple things. I was going to keep this one a little bit more short and sweet today. I wanted to go over with you about those, counting the days and wherever you're at. Maybe you have years, maybe you don't have any time yet, and wherever you're at, that's okay. Just as long as you're creating, you have to create a plan. What is going to keep you on the right path? And that was something for so long that I didn't do. I didn't have a plan. And to be quite honest with you, I'm still formulating my plan. What help? How am I going to keep myself accountable? Accountability is huge when you're struggling, and you can't just wing it. Um, I like to call it my uh, oh shit plan, uh, because when you struggle, as mentioned before, you're going to trip and you're going to fall, uh, and that's okay. Don't be ashamed of that. Don't try to hide that. Um, you have to talk about your struggles in whatever form works best for you in meetings. Talking with one of your friends or loved ones, but don't let it be a secret. Have someone else helping you keep you accountable. That's what you have to do. Um, if you try to do it by yourself, which I tried for years, it's just not the greatest plan of attack or way to go about things that I've found for myself. So accountability, having a plan, um, and that oh crap plan, like I talked about. If you're tripping and you're falling and you're struggling, as I mentioned before, in my opinion, that's okay. But you have to change your plan when you trip and fall. If you're still struggling, if you're still going back and using or whatever it is that you're struggling with, if you're still struggling with that, obviously something is not right in your plan. So you have to change it. You have to switch something up. Um, for me, there's a lot of different things. Work is a big thing for me. I always try to excel at everything I do in life. I want to be the best um, throughout everything. So always change, switch things up if you're still struggling. Don't, instead of beating yourself up, spend your time figuring out why. How did I strip and fall? Strip and fall. Well, hopefully you're not stripping, but how did you trip and fall? Um, And one other piece I want to talk to you about today is you can't find the love that you need for you outside of yourself. I mean, recovery and getting back to where you want to be in life is you almost, for me, I've had to figure out how to re-love myself, and that's a daily struggle. That's something that I work at every day, because I'm not going to find the love that I need for me anywhere else except for right here, right inside of me. You have to love yourself. You can't count on somebody else to give you that love. Somebody else's love isn't going to keep you in recovery. It's not going to keep you from struggling. It's because as soon as there's a little blip, over here in that love, maybe you're in an argument, maybe you're just not getting along, you're not feeling it that day. you're going to find that excuse. You know, we have to stop finding excuses. We have to find excuses to live, excuses to keep on doing what we're doing, keep on counting the days, the good days. I mean, bad days. I was actually working yesterday, putting up pole lights. I'm an electrician. I'm actually in an apprenticeship. At first year, still going to school for it. And I was hanging up pole lights when I looked over the side, and the sun was shining. And it just so happened to be for a few minutes, the sun was shining and it was raining. And it just made me think the sun can still shine even if it's storming. It can be storming inside of here or here, but the sun can still shine. Just because you're struggling right now doesn't mean that there's not that light at the end of the tunnel. It doesn't mean that there can't be good. You can still do and bring good to the world when you're struggling. So remember that. You know, even if you don't have that plan in place yet, even if you're still using or whatever it is that you're struggling with at this point in time, find the light, you know, find that sun. Start doing the things that, you know, get you from a negative to a positive mindset. Um, I'd also love if you guys hit that like and subscribe button. That way you can get the notifications to when these, you know, when I post new videos. That would mean a lot to me. Um, but yeah, just remember, you have to love yourself. If you don't love yourself, how can you expect anybody else to love you? It's just not going to happen. And I also want to hear your comments as to what you think would be good topics for videos, what you want to hear me talk about. I know a lot of people want to hear my story. I'm still putting all that together. Um, like I mentioned in my first video, I've been struggling for 18 years. So there's a lot of things that have happened in those 18 years. And specifically for me, I used to hide feelings, emotions, to mask them because I didn't want to bring those out. I was scared, if you will, to talk about how I really felt. Um, but please do, please tell me what you guys want to talk about, what you want to hear about, and I would be more than happy to, you know, create one of my topics, video topics about that. But just remember, you can't find the love you need for you outside of yourself. You have to work on loving yourself. You have to work on doing small things that are going to make you proud of you. Set goals, that accountability that I talked about. Just set small goals. Don't don't set your goal to, you know, to climb the whole mountain day one. Set little goals. Set little goals that are going to that you can accomplish, that are easily accomplishable. I don't care if you have to set a goal for an hour, like this hour or this minute I'm not going to use, or whatever it is. You're the only one that's going to know what the best, you know, goals for yourself are going to be. Um, so just remember that. And I heard one of my video topics coming up, actually somebody that I heard throughout my active addiction told me yesterday, I will not heal. Every, it was something to the effect that everybody has a different timeline to healing. And that was one of the best things that I could have ever heard, because, you know, so often in relationships that, you know, that crumble and fall apart because of active addiction, you know, a lot of times, like me, you know, I start to, I feel like I have a lot of momentum. I'm doing better than I ever have. I can't expect the people around me to heal on the same timeline that I'm healing, especially with some of the things that we put people through in active addiction. That's just, and I'll tell you what, I've put some people through hell. There is absolutely no doubt about that. But I appreciate you guys uh, watching the video today. Again, leave your comments, hit that like and subscribe button, and have make today great. Make it wonderful. Make it the best that it can be. Thank you.